Oh, and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Tuesday, September 19th edition of our video devotionals. We appreciate you being with us today. We call it Thankful Tuesday. This is a very late edition. The earliest anybody will get this will be probably 5:30 this afternoon. And I'm just saying we had some things we were doing today, able to spend some time with a precious missionary couple that we just took on. They just recently had a baby boy, and our church we set up a time 2 or 3 weeks to collect baby items for them, and we was able to take them out to eat and then spend time here at our house, and they was able to open it up, see what they got. And we love them, and I appreciate all those at our church who helped give towards that. They were very excited about it, very moved by it. We have like a PowerPoint I put up on our monitors at church, and we'll put some pictures of that up as they were opening these and all that sort of thing. But the point is that we took time to kind of treat them and love on them a little bit. We appreciate them very much. And then some other things I was getting done. So ended up, hey, here we are, almost at the close of the day. Many of you don't watch it until this time of day anyway. But for those who watch in the mornings, then I apologize for that, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this very quickly. On September 19th from our Today book, in 1796, George Washington's farewell address. If you get a chance to go online and read that, I think years and years ago when I was pastoring up in Iron Mountain, Michigan in the UP, I think I printed off George Washington's farewell address. I'm not going to say I read it all. I may have, but I know I read a portion of it. And I think it was 11 pages, just like in 12 or 14 point type, just very lengthy. But if you get a chance to read that, it'd be worth your time. And notice the similarities of things he was concerned with then that are happening today. That's all we'll say about that. All right, so we're in the book of Hosea today, just two days, today and tomorrow. We're going to be in the book of Hosea. I guess if there's any verse in the book of Hosea out of the 14 chapters that it's known for, this would be the verse. We're going to look at it today, Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, give you a chance to find that if it's your custom. Otherwise, just want to say thank you for all who watch the videos. I think we picked up 2 new subscribers on the YouTube end, and most of the time I don't know who you are, to be honest with you, and I may be a little bit showing my ignorance, but sometimes I try to find out who the folks are. But at any rate, if you're brand new and you've just come aboard, thank you for watching, and share it with others if you think it's something others could help. It could be of some help. And then, of course, we appreciate all you that go back to April 1, 2020. And appreciate all of it, okay? Well, notice what it says here in Hosea 4:6, without giving you the background and all of this. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children." That's sad, because God says, here's what I'm going to do because of what you've done, just simply because you've rejected the knowledge of God. Now, we could say a lot about it, the knowledge of God. Certainly, I have in my hand here a Bible that's got the knowledge of God, the words of God. And the sad thing is that people that reject this, then I'll tell you who really suffers, and that's the children. And I say it all the time as a pastor, and we're living in a nation, and sadly, you've got parents that think many things are more important than their children being in the house of God or raising their children in a home where the Bible. It's sad that we can't say this anymore. I wonder how many homes in America, unless you're a very dedicated Christian, in which mom and or dad reads the Bible to their children, or the children, if they've got enough age on them, read the Bible, themselves. I remember I didn't attend a Christian school, and I remember reading my Bible. I was young, and that wasn't uncommon. I think for people to be, we'll say, able to read. We'll say 4th, 5th, 6th grade, certainly a teenager. But the point is this idea of pushing back on the knowledge of God, wanting to learn everything else and take everything else into our hearts and minds, especially all this social media, and many of that stuff just I'll use the word junk. It's really not beneficial at all. It's just really, again, a bunch of junk. And then we have the knowledge of God. And God says, my people are destroyed, not because of a neighboring army. That's the culprit. Not because of natural disasters that just happened, by chance. No, God says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So just pushing ahead here and making this very practical, let's change that here in America, where we've got more people that are respecting, living, reading, honoring, not rejecting the knowledge of God, because we want our children to prosper, and prosper the way God says they should prosper. More and more I say this. We've got some people that are just becoming our church. They've got young people in their family, and I really want them to succeed and be all they can be for God. I want them to know what it's like to take a stand for God, because by doing that, man, they're going to see the blessings of God, and it's going to help them so much. We talked about Daniel on Sunday evening. So the point I want to make is that we don't want to be destroyed. We certainly don't want our children to be destroyed, and for God to forget them. And if God forgets anything or anybody, that's where things go really downhill. We don't want that here in America, do we? We don't want it anywhere. But here we live in a place in which the Bible is so still very much concentrated in the homes, and you can find it anywhere. You can find it free in a lot of places or very discounted, and all of that. So let's make sure that we're not going to be destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and rather let's keep pursuing the Word of God and His knowledge, and that'll be beneficial for us, and especially the next generation coming up. Okay? All right. Well, we're going to close right there. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow on Winning Wednesday, and be safe the rest of the day, healthy, and have a good evening.